Welcome, Facebook Live, and this show is about talking about the past, present, and future. The past week, the present week, and the future week next week. Anyways, this past week I watched a movie called Coco. It's a story about Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, and music. And it was a very interesting story, very good. I watched Justice League. It was a good story too. Cousin of mine had Natividad storyboard, the storyboard, a concept artist, worked on that movie. Anyway, so what else did I do last week? Oh yeah, Stella. Oh yeah, the Stella from Oakdale, California. You know, there's so many Stellas in my life as Stanley Kowalski. All I wanted to do was suggest things to free up her time. She sent me to a few errands and stuff, but we had some. I mean, I have my priorities with my elderly mom, and I just don't have time for the Stella in Oakdale. She got her own drama and issues. But as a friend, I'm always trying to convince her that there's a better path, a better way. You know, those simple things that you're doing, like I told Stella, it's going to cost you some kind of, being a sinful person, it's going to cause some grief because one of our best friends, Stephen Jones, passed away. And he's a good guy, but sometimes people have these kind of sinful habits, like not properly taking care of your health, eating properly and sleeping properly, and maintain a sinful life. I mean, sin-free life. That's what I meant. Now, this particular Stella, she just found her rebounds, and she found joy, in her what you call probably sexual pleasures, premarital sex situations, and she probably enjoys that kind of life, although she is not, as a single mom, she's not protecting the spirits of her son. So that's all I'm concerned about is the welfare of the child. Matthew's 18. Anybody that harms a child is gonna be taking some consequences in some kind of, uh, God's wrath on an individual that abuses their own children or takes advantage or exposes their own children to evil things. I would rather I suggested to Stella to say, hey, you should be able to like be abstinent, try to avoid sinning, maintain your virginity for at least 3 years or after marriage. Because marriage, sex is for marriage. It's designed to create life. That's what sex is for. Sex is for creating life, and if you give it away easily, I said this to the single women out there, if you give it away easily and not do it after marriage, of course, the guys will move on. They'll change you and find another one that's a sucker. But I always say that to my own sisters and stuff but it's your choice. You make your choice. But as a Catholic Christian, we always guide our Catholic Christian girls to avoid sinning, avoid premarital sex, which leads to abortion or an unwanted pregnancy, and that's not healthy if you're a Catholic Christian. Now, if you're just like a non-Catholic Christian and you don't believe in any of these sin that were already for 2,000 years already been discovered, that when you sin, it affects your way of life, your circle, your family, your friends. If you're a very simple person, all right. But me, I just saying, Stella, Stella, you better than that, Stella. You can't. Oh, you have a better choices than that, Stella. You can't just give it away for free, give it up. You should be more like if you really want a real man to take care of you and your children as being a single mom, you need to be patient, you know, have the guy marry you. When you're married to the guy, then you can have sex. But when you're not married to the guy and you have premarital sex and then you have sudden pregnancy that you didn't want, or and you're gonna abort the child. Oh man, that's a bad choice. Well, I'm pro-life. I believe in pro-life. But this December 1st is the beginning of a story, the greatest story ever told, about a child being born on a barn, full of animals, because they couldn't find a place to sleep that night. And a good man, Saint Joseph, took care of Mary. Mary was what you call the Immaculate Mary, the Virgin Mary, because God selected her because of her pureness, designed her to be the vessel to download himself as and become a child this coming days of this month. So a lot of Jewish people, don't believe in Jesus Christ, and he was just a new normal guy, and that's their thing. But a lot of Jewish people wrote about it, and most of the disciples of Jesus Christ and him himself was a Jew. Jesus was a Jew. Matthews, Mark, Luke, they're all Jewish. All those guys were Jewish. The 12 disciples, as written in the Bible, in the New Testament. All right. And they talked about Sadducees, Pharisees, and of course the others, which were the people that were supporting or were not, practically anti-Christ. But the greatest story ever told is coming, or is this season, December 1st, and I'm rambling on, referring back because, the past, again, I had to deal with the November rain and trying to rescue a friend, trying to save Stella, Oh, oops, I almost made a mistake there, but I'm just saying Stella, Stella, Stella. I'm just trying to save Stella from making some bad choices in her life, I'm just saying that you can focus first on focusing on yourself and your son that's still under 19. Why get involved in somebody that already has children and they're still minor kids, and you get involved with a guy and that he has more drama. Hey, you're an individual, you only have one child, now you're going to have two more child that's from the other guy you're messing with, and you're not even you're not in a good relationship because you didn't give it to God. You gotta go to God with your relationship, because 1 + 1 = 1. That's the spirituality of relationship with the God, with the Lord. Not 1 + 1 = 2. No, that's regular mathematics. That's the secular world. But in the spirit world, the Christmas world, 1 + 1 = 1. To be as one. And so when you get into a bad relationship, you select, you know, when you select quality or quantity, sometimes desperate women, they select quantity. They want to get into the bed. You want to scratch their thing between their legs. They wanted to get scratched, and that's what they need. They need it because they got so used to their previous, the father of their child, and is absent or missing because for some reason he's doing some other stuff. But always the mother of the child, the woman needs it, and she goes fools around, mess around. I mean, it's like a story of any kind of a female dog, or whatever, a stray cat or a female dog, they need it, you know, they need scratching. That's the itch, but they don't have the patience. The dilemma with that is, yes, they're so desperate and easily wanting it that when they do get pregnant or get the when the guys let them go, because they were easy, they allowed themselves to enjoy the sexual healing kind of thing. But I always advise the gals that I meet that are sexually active. I tell them, you should look. I'm just a other man, and I look. You should go back to your boyfriend or husband and focus on raising your child's father. I mean, your child's. You know, you want to give your child a good grown up, that he should be good in relationship with his biological father and with you. But when you introduce, I tell the girls, if you introduce always these guys, different men in front of your son, and he's exposed, and he's gonna get confused. He's gonna say, "She, I got my dad, my stepdad, my other dad." You know, he's gonna be like, "Dude, they're 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 taking care of my mom." That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying that that girl, the woman, uh, I believe it's in Revelations, the thing about Jezebels. That's whole, you know, women that are the Nicolaitans. That's what they were describing the book of Revelation. All I'm saying is it's just certain women, certain Stellas that I know that I've had. Oh yeah, I recall way back, Stella. I mean, we were just apart for what, 1 month. We were boyfriend and girlfriend. I was a lovely man and stuff, but I was busy working, and we were just away for about a month. I don't know, man. She went off and trying to find Tom, Dick, and Harry. And it's just ridiculous how some of these beautiful, lovely gals get enticed by other men and not focus on their own one and only. They should just focus on the one that can take care of their biological child. I'm just talking about the protection of the biological child. I think Matthew's 18, that a loving child, a believing child should be protected, and all these evil sins that are surrounding the child growing up is unnecessary if they have godparents, good godparents. That's all I'm saying. But that was, again, I'm talking about the past week, and this is all what I dealt with. Now today it's my focus. I really, even yesterday, my elderly mom is my priority. I really don't have time for a lot of drama, and so Facebook live Friday Red show came on a little late. I should have started at 4 p.m., but I had to take my elderly mom to her favorite game called bingo. Locally, you know what I'm talking about, here in Stanislaus County. My elderly mom, she loves to play bingo. So, that's the best joy of her remaining years. So I kind of like, as Stanislaus, Chief Stanislaus, I kind of like say, hey, I'm gonna just take care of my mom and make her my highest priority compared to all these Stellas, Stella 1, Stella 2, Stella 3, Stella and Oakdale. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't have time to drive all the way up to Oakdale for the route there. I mean, I go to Oakdale for the storytelling part of the Chief Stanislaus, the story to remember Chief Kukanach, Digger Indian. But, I mean, I haven't even gone to Knight's Ferry yet. I've been wanting to go to Knight's Ferry, but all I can say is it's Facebook Live, Friday Reds. It's just about getting it to sync to the real focus of storytelling, because the present time is my priority. Is my elderly mom, because I would still be in Hollywood right now. producing an independent TV show or something like that. Oh my, are you ever going to remember me? Love of mine, yeah, you know, I'm promoting the first album. I have first, second, third, fourth that I put online. The first album, I have tangible products, DVD, CDs. If you're interested, you know, messenger me, Facebook messenger me. You want to order a copy. I'm selling now. I'm selling now for $30 per DVD. I mean CD. Because what I'm going to use that for, the $30 is to help a project to help the poor children in the Philippines in Lociente first. So I'm doing a Facebook Reds, but I'm promoting this DVD CD. My first album is tangible. I have some still remaining prints, and the remaining prints are $30 each. So that way, I will be able to help the poor children in Lociente First, Bolina, Pangasinan, in the Philippines, 100 islands. All right. So again, the value of this DVD tangible product, CD, I mean, I'm selling it for $30. That's shipping and handling included. All right. So let me know if you're interested. You can Facebook Messenger me. I'm gonna perform some songs that are in this album. Uh, you heard my theme song, "Love of Mine," which is the fifth track, as well as the first track, because I did some spoken word on this theme. I use talk over this. And I use the pigeon kind, you know, the way of talking, the kind we're not. We speak the kind, you know, we're not Ebonics kind or the way Afro Black folks in America. We have what you call pigeon kind. So I spoke the kind over here with this word, with this track number 5 on my East Meets West album. So I have some other songs. Let me see, what track number is that? Please remember love. Please remember. It's funny because, you know, when I watched Coco last week, the movie Coco by Disney, that it reminded the song "Remember Me" on that movie Coco. It reminded me of my song "Please Remember Love," and it's track number. "Please Remember Love" is track number 13 of this East Meets West my first album. It's available on iTunes. You could digitally download it, but I have what you call the tangible, the physical album. You know, the physical East Meets West album, and it's selling for $30 at this time for Christmas. If you want to sell it to your family, friends, or you want to collect a souvenir or something to remember, but it's called "Please Remember Love." That's track number 13. I'm going to perform it to you in this Friday Reds, because Friday Reds is our show. It's not Monday Blues, because blues is originated from Euro or Afro Americans. Friday Reds is originated by the mulatto people like myself, the Mu people, the Lemoyne Kingdom, the Pacific Islands, all the way here to Alta California, Mexico. Okay, so I'm going to perform this one track on track number 13. It's titled Please Remember Love. Happy holidays, everyone. The season is the reason for the season. Please remember where your first love is made, and to remember to receive the gifts your foundations lay, the special moment this month of forever. Please remember love. Oh, yeah, yeah. And to recall the most memorable things we've done. We've met through God as one. That is how our true love had begun. Yeah, 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 yeah. Please remember love. You got to remember love. You got to remember love. I wrote that in 1992 in front of Our Lady of Peace in Santa Clara, before the Mercado shopping center was built. Right there was a giant tree by the shrine at Our Lady of Peace in Santa Clara County. All I can say is I wrote that song well back. Please remember love. All right. And now it's on my second album too, different rendition of it on my Tongues of Fire email album, second album. But the first album, Please Remember Love, was on that. All right, so let me sing another one. Let's sing another one from this track, right? Please Remember Love from this album. Let's go to track number 14. Track number 14. There's a total of 18 tracks. Some are covered and some are original, and most originals, and one is covered, I think. All right, so we'll do track number 14. You're the One. You're the One. I wrote this a long time ago when I first met the mother of my children. I was courting her. I was courting her for about a year before we became, full time. But what happened was we had premarital sex, and that was a problem. When you have premarital sex, things go berserk. Hey Grace, how you doing? Well, things just go berserk when you have premarital sex. You have to, bring your love and relationship to God first before you have some kind of sex, because marriage is about sex, and anything before marriage is just lust. When people lust, they greed and lust, they just have sex, and the relationship becomes eventually folds because it's not brought to God. When it's brought to God, 1 + 1 = 1. That's the relationship of people. You don't have to physically have a written marriage like a document that you're married, but if you bring your love to the God of heaven and earth, our Father, the Holy Creator, if you bring your love as a couple, man or woman, or even man to man or woman to woman, if you bring your love to God first before you have sex, then it'll be one. You know, you have to bring your romantic life to God. You have to let God know, that your relationship is sin free. But if you have sex prior and don't have God in it, you're definitely you're sinning like crazy. Sinners. I know there's a lot of sinners out there. They like that. They like that dirty music, that rap dirty music. Those recent Chris Brown's albums. It's a lot of intercourse music, a lot of intercourse lyrics. But if you do not bring your love to God, if you don't bring your man and woman to God, you have what you call a sinful relationship. You know, Sexual healing or whatever you might have, you're getting it on. But without God, without the presence of the Holy One, it's a sinful relationship, and it'll bound to fold, create drama, and you put it upon yourself. You put it upon yourself that you're an easy prey. You put it upon yourself that you're an easy woman. You let a man, uh, you know, dig your hole. Excuse my language. But all I'm saying is have your relationship be with God. That He's there and He approves it, and there are witnesses that approve your relationship. Well, when somebody tells you, woman, woman, you're neglecting your child. You're having sex with all these different men, but your son is witnessing all this. Seeing you as a single mom, and you're having sex with all these different men, and your son sees all these different guys in his life, and he's confused because his biological father is supposed to be his father figure, but now he has stepdads 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever, and without no blessing or godliness, no Now if you have parenting or godparents that says, hey, we'll help you raise your child, we'll help you grow up to be a better man, but if you give yourself easily and you allow yourself to be in lust and greed of lust, hey, it's a free country. You can do whatever you want. But I'm just saying, as a Friday Reds, I'm saying red flag, red flag. It's better to be in a romantic relationship. No premarital sex. Just a good romantic relationship of courtship. And that's a better path than giving it up so easily and say, oh my gosh, you're giving it up so easily. All right. I mean, unless that's the kind of person you are. You're a Magdalena. We call them Magdalena. Want to get it on, you know, overnight, just one night stand, one night kind of thing. Anyways, I'm just talking again about my past, Stella, the Stella that I recently met. And there's a lot of Stellas, as Stanley Kowalski. And let's just say, hey, E.CELI. Why? Why? Anyways, so again, we were talking about, my present, promoting the tangible. You can get a physical copy of this album for $30. I'm doing this Friday Red show just to promote this album, the first album. I have other albums, second, third, and fourth album, you know, but being Stanley Kowalski, Stanley, Chief Stanislaus, this first album, there's tangible, there's a few left. It's $30. The reason for that value is, I want to donate the proceeds to the poor children in the Philippines, in the establishment of a science, technology, engineering, math in the K to 612 kindergarten, elementary school. That's just my passion, and focus. And avoid Stella the drama with Stella. Oh, she's too much. Stella, she's too much. She's just. So now, Facebook Live Reds, we're doing good time. We've done about almost 32 minutes, 33 minutes. Oh yeah, so go back to track number 14 of East Meets West, because I know you want to know why I'm selling it for $30. Well, I believe it's a very valuable product, and it has a lot of storytelling. So track number 14, I wrote about long ago Stella. Ooh, Stella. Stella. No, track 14 doesn't go like that. It goes like this. So much love I feel. Oh, for this girl right here. Loving you so very special, my dear. You're the one, girl, you're the one. Ooh, ooh, you're the one. That's the title of the song on track 14. You're the one. You are the one, my dear. I made my choice. Oh, you're the one. You are. You are. the girl I love. You're the one. I wrote this song because a long time ago, back in when I was 17, turning 18, there were just so many beautiful ladies in high school and other high schools. And shoot, there were just so many, like the parables of Matthew 25, the 10 virgins. I was like a bridegroom selecting all these fine looking women, but I was just in high school. I was still under 18. And I had the privilege of experiencing the last American virgin. And that's how American high schools are. You know, in the United States, all the high schools, pretty much the American virgin, the last American virgin occurs in, you know, probably even earlier junior high school. Just the way the United States is. I don't know in other countries, other places, but all I know is that high percentage of the women in the United States in the American high schools, they've been loved in those early years. And I wrote that song, Yo, the One, because there's just too many choices, like a kid in the candy store, that American Beauty, California Girls, you know, like the Beach Boys song, you know, you know, there's just so many beautiful American high school kids. When I was going to high school, there was just like lovely high school girls, and they're just beautiful everywhere. You know, they're not fat, they're not ugly, they're just high school kids. And when I was in high school, it was the best times of my life, being able to experience Matthew 25, the parable of the 10 virgins, playing the bridegroom. And, well, you know, I'm a lot older now, a lot smarter now, and, you know, getting into some kind of the drama. You know, I don't want drama. I just want to enjoy as a bridegroom, you know. But now I have the good Lord with me. Jesus, others, yourself. I have joy. That's what I sent to other people, that if you have joy, then you have luck. Joy, luck, club. That's what I'm saying. Joy, luck, club. Joy. Jesus, others, and yourself. You'll have luck. And with the joy and luck, preferably, of those 10 virgins, you know, you'll have 5. But it's all about joy, you know, Jesus, others, and yourself. In this life of mine, this present life, I thank the Lord for giving me uh, the fountain of youth to be able to reborn. You know, when when your spirit dies, a new spirit grows. You gotta you gotta let the other old spirit die in you to let the new spirit grow in you, to shine a bright light and be bright, as is described in Revelation 21. But the Friday Reds, our light, our bright light is the red spirit, you know, the red light, the bright light in your inner soul. And so Friday Reds is what I'm talking about. You know, it's original poetry music. Original poetry music is our own style. My style is fighting without fighting. You know, just rambling along, but we're gonna finish the show, this Facebook Live show, real quickly. Again, I apologize for not airing at 4 p.m. We're airing at 6 p.m., a little earlier than 6. But I think it's not a good time because people are still on the road. They're probably coming home, their traffic and stuff, or they can't look at their smartphone because they're driving, they're on a bumper to bumper. So we're going to try to adjust the time again to make it available to those that are still on the road. Next time we'll do it a little later, maybe 8 p.m. next Friday. All right. So please come or please let your friends know, or add my Facebook account, Stanley Kowalski. tell everybody Stanley Kowalski is doing a Friday Reds show, performing some of his original poetry music, marketing my first album, East Meets West. It's available online on iTunes, but you can order through my Facebook Messenger and say you're interested in a hard copy, a tangible copy, a physical CD. And of course, that'll include my signature, my autograph, you know. So that'll be $30, please. $30. I performed 2 songs on that track, on that album. Love of Mine, which is Amazing Grace, and You're the One. All right. I thank everyone for watching this present time. Go watch Coco. It's a good story. You know, it's a good story I can relate to because I'm Latino Asian. We're the Kingdom of Mu. I'm a mulatto. You know, although I look more Asian, but culturally, I was raised in the Spanish culture, the American culture. So it's good to be in a diverse community and trying to tell my story. Chief Cucunuch, Stanislaus, and Mission San Jose in Stanislaus County. That is my job on Friday Reds, and I'm working on the future. I'm working on I'm writing currently. We're writing because we can't. We're precasting and we're writing uh, the story of Chief Stanislaus and the local county today, the present day. So we're casting all races: red people, white people, blue people. You know, European Americans, Afro American, and Lemurian Americans. Lemuria, you know, not the Atlantics, no. Lemuria, Atlantics is on the other side. We're talking about the Pacific, Lemurian, the Mu, the Mulatto, Alta California, and the story of Modesto, California, the story of Modesto, California, Oakdale, California, Riverbank. Hey, so Darren, yeah, Darren Grace, you know, uh, you're gonna have to watch the preview, or I mean the pre-recorded, because I'm already in my past 30-minute. Gee, I'm like 44 minutes already. Uh, I'm about to close. Trying to make it a 30-minute show, but if it gets longer, we'll do a full hour weekly show. But I just performed 2 songs from my East Meets West album. I'm selling these at $30 each, tangible, physical, with my autograph. The purpose of the proceeds is to help the poor children in the K to 6th grade elementary in the science, technology, engineering, math portion of those grades, those children. So again, Friday Reds is every Friday. Tell your friends to add Stanley Kowalski in their Facebooks, and they will be notified, alerted. Again, Stanley Kowalski is who I am in character. I have my real name and stuff, but I'm playing Stan the Man. And yes, I'm still writing the web series. And yes, we're precasting because I'm editing a what you call intro outro trailer to showcase the people that will be regulars on the web series, people that are locally here at Stanislaus County. And that's the future, or the present project that will probably happen sooner than I thought. But you know, everything needs budget, but we can do a no budget project because it's a webisode. It's not an episode like a TV series episode, 30 minutes or an hour. It's a webisode with a special online inexpensive project, unlike expensive ones from Hollywood. AMTP, I'm doing what you call a local Stan AMTP, and producing this local web series it's like a sales and marketing to promote our local uh, guitar singer songwriters, promote their product, their tangible goods. There are other American, I call them acoustic angels out there that are also trying to sell their tangibles, and I'm kind of like a team leader for the American Pharaohs to follow my way, uh, get your stuff copyrighted, uh, make it tangible, print it out on a CD, put a little graphic design, and that is a tangible. And we can, with the web series, we can make a American Pharaohs a little storytelling of the local acoustic angels here in Modesto, California, and me playing the character to Keel. Keel is Kali Scream Arnis, which is my martial arts, stick fighting arts, as well as the guitar, acoustic angel, guitar storytelling, original poetry, music, arts. And so that's the intent, is to make this Friday Redso a regular show to give you an up-to-date of what we're doing, what I'm doing here in Stanislaus County, why I'm trying to remember the Chief Mission San Jose converted to Chief Stanislaus, a Yakuts, Digger Indian, just to remember my ancestors here in the San Joaquin, uh, all the indios in this valley called the Big Valley, right, from Stockton, Sacramento, all the way to Bakersfield. All right, so gee, might as well make this a full hour. What else? So that's the future. Again, I talked about the past. I watched the Coco by Disney. It was a good movie, and it was written by the songs. Remember Me was written by a Filipino American, Hispanic American. His name was Robert Rodriguez. I mean Robert Lopez. He also wrote the song Let It Go of the movie Frost. And so I was confused when I went to watch Coco, and they were playing this Frost first, and I was going, "Am I in the right theater?" And then when I went outside and talked to the theater manager, he goes, "No, you're in the right theater. They're airing the Frost first before Coco." What? And I went on to watch Coco, and it was like, wow, that was a good movie. Yeah, I can relate. Especially my musical guitarista. They mentioned Pedro Infante. Anyways, my father always sung songs from Pedro Infante. Anyways, rest in peace, Dad. Anyways, last week I watched Justice League. Also, my cousin storyboard that he was a concept artist. You can see his credits end credits of the movie Justice League. You'll see my cousin Ed Natividad is a concept artist. I learned a lot from him when I hung around with him. He trained me on how to storyboard. But anyways, going back to my my current project here in Stanislaus County, yes, I am a webisode writer, but I will ask other writers that I met, like Karma and Chad, that they don't want to be in front of the camera, or they don't want to be the crew. They just want to write, basic webisodes. Webisodes are a smaller version of episodes on TV series. Webisodes are more online, and they're a lot shorter. Anyways, all I can say is, please help me out. I'm just a dreamer. I don't have any money, but I just have a dream. And with technology today, everybody has a smartphone. We all can work on a smartphone. I'm still looking for editors on the smartphone, video editing tools. I've invited guys like Mr. Barnes, Michael J. Barnes, but I don't know, he unfriended me a while back, and I don't know why. All I'm saying is I'm just an independent storyteller. And today's technology, the social media, it's what's new. It's the latest and greatest. And if you're still stuck in your nonlinear editing, old, and you're like living off a property like Star Wars property, or living off another property, somebody's invented stories. I said, why not be part of my story, what I'm trying to tell about Stanislaus, and you can be a part owner of the property that I'm creating here. Intellectual property, that's what I meant. The land. The intellectual property is like land. It's storytelling land that I'm here as an author, the owner of that land, intellectual property. I'm saying, here's my property, work with me, so you'll be part owner of my property. And if we team up together, collaborate, and and help me finish these webisodes, and people, and it becomes viral, that's a better investment than just trying to like redo a Star Wars, remake, or make your own build on a spinoff from Star Wars, from George Lucas. And you got to deal with his legal bullshit, his legal hoopla. Why not work with me, a genuine Stanislaus resident and storyteller, taking all my Hollywood experiences and bringing it here and create work for us, storytellers, actors. Because sure, there's theater groups and playwrights that are created in Prospect Studios or whatever. Prospect, not studios. That's in LA. There's a Prospect Studios there in LA. But the theater here, the Prospect Theater, sure, you can do those playwrights that were written by people from Broadway, New York. Has nothing to do with the people in Stanislaus County. Stanislaus County. My story is more about like how the NWA group in Inglewood and Compton, they told their story in their neighborhood. That's what I'm trying to do. Is we tell our story in Stanislaus County in our neighborhood. That's more a better project of telling our lives today as Americans, with all races. I'm just pitching that because I want to create a tangible product for that web series. I want to create a DVD. Now, when this DVD is created for that project of mine, the web series project of mine, when the DVD is created, then we can sell this as a good made in Stanislaus County. I mean, this is just an example for my CD, but we can make a Stanislaus County DVD, made in Stanislaus County DVD, and that is what we will sell nationwide. But again, I'm just a business planner, trying to recruit people on a what you call pro bono basis or deferred basis, because that's the only way to build a product with a team of people, because it's all about team. Well, I alone cannot do it, but when we are 5, then we are 1. When we are 5, we are 1. And another 5, we are 1. Then when we have 2, 10 of us, that's casting. People will be, I'm hoping they want to be the series regular, web series regular on the Stanislaus County, because the goal is to promote the Stanislaus County and to remember my ancestor, Chief Kukunach, who was converted Catholic in Mission San Jose and became Chief Stanislaus, and named after this county, Stanislaus County. That's just to remember my ancestors 202 years ago in this county. That's my motivation, to add value. And because we're scarcity, we're very few in mainstream media. And so that is what I'm trying to do, is to bring the scarcity and give us value as Indians of California, indigenous mission Indians, Catholic Christians, that we have value to the American culture and to the American people to get to know us more. And I begin with Mr. Stanislaus, Chief Stanislaus. And of course, being a Marlon Brando method actor practitioner too, I bring up all his movies that he made, and one of them is, Streetcar Named Desire, and he played the character Stanley Kowalski, and I'm that character, but the indigenous Stanislaus, right? Not the Kowalski from the movie Streetcar Named Desire in New Orleans, written by Tennessee Williams, but the Stanislaus of Stanislaus County, California, that is more indigenous, Indian, and and the different Stellas in my life, the Stellas that I meet in Stanislaus County, and the Stellas in my past. All right. So for those who don't understand what I'm doing, it's interactive character, interactive character on an actual webisode project. So I'm a real character of this webisode, and currently I'm one, and I'm recruiting 2, 3, 4, 5 more players, actors to interact with me, and we will all capture it in the new latest and greatest digital cameras. Man, most of the smartphone cameras are way better than cameras in 2010. Cameras in 2010 and the smartphone cameras are way ahead, way advanced. So the camera capturing of scenes with actors, local actors, will be all right. Will be okay. Now it's a whole hour. It's about 57:46 of this Facebook Live of Friday Reds. Again, I just want to justify or convince people to say, how can I help? That's what my audience, I need, people that I Facebook Messenger, how can I participate? How can I help? I'm interested. How can I help? That should be that, because my main focus is to make Stanislaus County a better Hollywood for diversity. And currently, a lot of TV shows are being produced in Atlanta, Georgia, like Stranger Things, I believe, of course, the Walking Dead. So a lot of production are happening in Atlanta, Georgia, but I would prefer them here in Stanislaus County. And so the local actors, they become uh, well known throughout the world, throughout the netizens of online, because that is our target audience, is the netizens. And of course, convince the rest of the country nationwide that Hollywood, AMTP, and the Hollywood producers need to really uh, invite all races on TV shows. Not just Blackish, not just BET, not just Goldberg's, segregated shows. We can do better than that. And Stanislaus County, it's an opportunity because it's new ground, new land. I call it intellectual property, new land. It's a new intellectual property like mine. And so I am the Chief Stanislaus Stanley Kowalski. I have this new intellectual property land that we can build on, and I'm inviting new settlers, actors to, co-act with me, co-produce, co-own. And I'm not going to do the way Hollywood AMTP are doing, where they have a segregation between the above the line people and below the line people. I call it the walk the line production, meaning we all walk the line. We're not above or below the line. We all walk the line. That means it's like a Silicon Valley startup company where people found their stocks. Everybody, whoever participates and showed their time and participate as a local player, you are walking the line with us. We all walk the line in this product that I'm envisioning to be created 2018. Of course, this is the last month, but of 2017. But the past 2017, I've always been planning, inviting, working out with, two few friends here, and I called them the American Pharaohs. We lost a friend named Stevie Jones, he rest in peace. I said, hey man, I could make a lead role for you, but he didn't believe me. he got obese and didn't focus on his health, and he had a major heart attack. So rest in peace, Steve. But I will remember you. Um, all right, so I got to go. Thank you very much. It's been an hour of Friday Reds. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. For the kingdom and the power and the glory are yours now and forever. All right, thank you very much. Again, I always say the Matthew 6, the Lord's Prayer, because the important verse is, thy kingdom come, that will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So we have to bring heaven on earth. That is our job. And if we can bring it here in Stanislaus County first, we will make Stanislaus County heaven. Heaven on earth. That's the Lord's Prayer, Matthew 6. All right, thank you very much. And God bless all of you that's watching. Again, I'm selling tangible CD for $30. Facebook Messenger me. It's the first album, East Meets West. I only have a few in stock. The purpose of the proceeds is to help the poor children of the Philippines in the K-6 science, technology, engineering, math program. Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless all of you. And the reason, Jesus is the reason.